When Barney and Friends hit its 10th season, the show had already been running for almost 2 decades, and by that point, you can kinda tell the team was trying anything to keep it fresh. This was the era of new crew members, new curriculums, and of course, the introduction of Riff, the lovable orange underdog, beloved by absolutely no one except me and this channel. But that's the thing about late era Barney, it's when the writers started to get weirdly experimental, and that's how we ended up with one of the strangest creative swings in the show's history, resulting in, and I can't believe I'm actually saying this, the Barney medical drama episode. Welcome to the Barney Desk. Okay, so this episode in particular is called Vets, and because it comes from the hit entertainment era of Barney, the era that's heavily guarded by copyright, I'm gonna have to get a little creative with how I show it. Alright, let's get into it. We start off with casual purple lizard Bernard T. Dinosaur roaming thy park when suddenly these random kids shush him. He asks why they dare silence thy purpleness, and they tell him all of the babies are sleeping, the babies being Baby Bop stuffed animals. Then Riff comes barreling in like a banshee before they all shush him, and hey! Don't be shushing my goat, he didn't know! He asks the gang what's going on in a hushed voice, trying to be polite. To which Baby Bop hits him with,
"Why are you whispering? Nap time's over."
She's shushing this man for being quiet too late. Man, if I was Riff, I would have snapped her like a twig. I would have chopped her up and put him on the grill, cook it, nice little broccoli salad. Friggin' my search history would have been Baby Bop biting the curb in 4K. But alas, Riff has more restraint than me, so he doesn't do any of those things, and Baby Bop introduces him to her stuffed animals. She explains that one of them has a cold, but is all better now. Barney asks if she took her to the veterinarian. She responds accordingly.
Well, what's a veterinarian?
This has always been one of my favorite jokes they do with Baby Bop, how she can't pronounce big words. You know, except that one time.
I know, BJ, but I can't say chrysanthemum, so I call them roses.
Anyway, she dodges the question and goes back to her animals. Riff naturally starts talking about music, because that's his entire personality, and he launches into a song about animal noises. If you're unfamiliar with how this era of Barney works, Barney the character takes a major backseat. He's truthfully kind of boring in both performance and portrayal, but that's neither here nor there. The little dinosaurs do most of the plot work, while the kids basically, stand around and say a line every once in a while. Back to the story. Boppity Bop decides it's playtime for her animals. She puts her Teddy on the slide, but gasp, Teddy falls off!
Oh, no! Oh, is she okay?
I thought Riff said, oh shit.
Oh, is she...
Somehow, this half-foot fall onto soft grass rips a massive tear into the teddy bear. And Riff, just breaks into another song, because this is his world and we're just living in it. Imagine this happened in real life. You're hanging with the bros and suddenly you fall from a great distance to get this huge gash on your arm. Now, instead of calling for help, your friends just start singing a song about how boo-boos are okay while you're bleeding out. Imagine the last voice you hear is Riff singing about band-aids. Unsurprisingly, this doesn't reassure Baby Bop, who's now nervous about sending Teddy to the vet. Barney and Riff try to convince her that it'll be fine before she asks, "But Barney, where could I send Teddy in a place that has affordable health care?" No, I'm kidding, she didn't say that. She actually asks him where they could find a vet. Barney points to the caboose, and here's where things go off the rails. Literally, because it's a caboose. Before they run there, I want you to run over to the subscribe button and join the Deskies, our little community we've built here. We make really fun stuff, and I promise you won't regret doing it. So please, hit the subscribe button before Teddy flatlines. Great, back to the episode. Baby Bop walks in holding the Teddy, and suddenly, the PA system comes alive.
Calling Dr. Barney, calling Dr. Riff.
Suddenly, a soap opera organ kicks in as Barney and Riff? Who's Riff? Suddenly, soap opera organ music plays as Barney and Riff burst in wearing stethoscopes. Man, I love watching Riff run. Look at those little tiny legs booking it. Now the episode's tone has entirely changed because we've decided we're in a medical drama. They're like overacting every line and like moving their bodies really quickly.
What seems to be the problem?
Barney also keeps making intense eye contact with the camera. Baby Bop tells them her bear has a boo-boo, and we get a dramatic close-up with a fresh organ sting. Barney coldly instructs the bear to lie on the examining table. She asks why, but he ignores her.
Dr. Riff?
Thank you. It's where we vets look at our patients.
I would have loved to have been in the recording booth for this one. The voice actors sound like they're having a lot of fun with this. The Green Machine asks if her bear will need medicine, to which she later adds that she won't be getting medicine. Does this imply that Baby Bop is anti-vax? Barnyard asks if the bear is scared, to which Broccoli Gremlin insists he's not, before immediately folding. This is followed by a legitimately great song about seeing the vet. It's this funky rap/sung-through ditty with some organ elements, tying back to the earlier dramatic organ musical scoring. Joe Phillips' instrumentation during this era has always been my favorite Barney score, and this is why. After the song, Hadro MD fearfully declares it's
Teddy Bear's Territis.
"Oh no, your insurance doesn't cover that!" Barney calms her down, assuring that despite the enormous debt she'll be in for all of eternity, the tear is fixable and it won't hurt. Through a truly intense montage, Baby Bop watches the surgery of her beloved Teddy.
Oh, I can't bear the sight of cotton. Oh.
Okay, so this bears an interesting question, because when Barney is not a big purple dinosaur, he's literally a stuffed doll. So, is he operating on another sentient bear creature who just so happens to be in doll form right now? Is this like plush on plush surgery? And if that's the case, is cotton an actual substitute for blood in the Barney universe? Like how Baby Bop can't stand the sight of cotton and like how, people can't stand the sight of blood? Wow, this just became very disturbing. Thankfully, the operation succeeds. A single band-aid saves the day, and Baby Bop sings Me and My Teddy, a classic Barney song older than the series itself. I gotta say, this rendition slaps, probably because of that big band energy that Joseph brings. Oh, look at that grapevine! Bambino thanks Barney and Riffy before dragging the Hadrosaur off to operate on another one of her plushies, constantly taking advantage of that friends and family discount. Barney's left alone in the park to sing I Love You with a bunch of kids who spawn out of nowhere because the track has backing vocals in it. And man, by this era, this song doesn't even feel earned anymore. It's like these kids did nothing. They weren't in the episode. Barney should be singing with Riff, Baby Bop, and the bear, if anything, but, whatever. The Barney elements of the character are no longer the enjoyable part of the show. Anyway, Barney turns back into a doll, still wearing his little stethoscope, left to ponder what'll happen the next time he gets a rip. And that was Vets. It's one of those perfect examples of how unhinged late-era Barney could get. But I can't lie, I was thoroughly entertained. There's just something about this odd phase of the show that I'll always love. I'd love to make more of these The Blank Barney episode videos into a series. So if you want more deep dives into weird purple dinosaur lore, make sure you're subscribed. It actually helps a ton. Now, I can't see the runtime from where I'm recording this, but I actually wrote this video as a challenge to myself to stay under the 8-minute mark. Now, if I have exceeded that, comment Riff Nation in the comments. But if I haven't and I've stayed under 8 minutes, comment Baby Boppers. I've been the Barney Desk, and thanks for watching.